Hello, welcome to Studio Talks. My name's James Swift.
I'm Josh McNorton, and our guest today is
Meg De Mar.
Hey Meg, you okay?
Oh, all right, yeah, you?
I'm alright. I'm doing
Good,
well.
good. Josh?
crashing off a Red Bull weight, but yeah, I'm good.
Oh, dirty.
How are you doing? What have you been up to?
I'm all right, yeah. Still crackers. Making music, making arty things, working on Catshark, doing weird online study courses just to try and find something to do. I'm working, yeah, been doing that thing as well.
All the fun stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And looking after a questionable cat, but you know.
Do you know what? I was just thinking this. I'm gonna add. How are you, Kat?
They're good. They're good. Yeah, they've been making friends. We've actually now, for some reason, the other day, we're now involved with a Halton cat rescue, and we've got a cat trap out the front of our house because there's some cats with, well, very questionable cats walking around. So we're trying to rescue them at the moment. So that's happened.
A load of strays roaming around.
Literally, it's like Stray Alley outside my house. For some reason, they like my cats.
That'd be a good one name.
Don't know why, because they're all males that are coming in.
What a fun tangent. What interests you about art and being creative to do boredom busters?
It's just kind of therapeutic. And gets a bit addictive. So I get really into something. And I'll be like really intensely into it for a while, and then I'll be like, and find something new and be like that constantly. So at least like you can reuse bits with art when you like that, because I just have like a giant art stash of crafty stuff. And like for some reason the other day it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start painting on like clothes. So I then started painting on like leather jackets and things. And I'm like, but how long am I going to do this for before I get bored and do something else? So I guess that's kind of me with the boredom busters. Is like, well, here's some stuff I should really reuse that's in the house, and maybe other people can get more use out of it than I can. So that's why, as well, at the start of lockdown, I donated all my old arts and crafts stuff to the studio to then give into the donation packs for food bank, because I was like, I need to stop hoarding craft things. So that's literally why I'm doing boredom busters.
I had a phase where when I was doing my last couple of essays, I was like, I want to do literally anything other than essays. So like I went through a phase where I did painting for the first time in my life. Just like
you didn't go for a Bob Ross, did you?
Well,
Yeah,
you
have the Bob Ross tutorial on while doing it.
You want to see the painting that was the one I got halfway through and went, I'm going to give up painting?
Yeah.
It's a mountain.
Bob Ross
it just looks like a shoe.
Well, yeah, but this has got snow on top.
Has it?
I didn't.
Sure that's just a white canvas.
I didn't.
I mean, yeah. Did you even put your white paint down on the canvas before you painted that shoe? No. No. Bob would be disappointed.
I did a really good penguin. I did a really good dog, and I did a really good cactus.
I'm very impressed, James.
Thank you.
I think you should hold a workshop on how to paint a mountain James style.
How did you get interested in music, and what's your history with it?
I first started playing an instrument in primary school, but it was like the worst thing ever. My mum played guitar, so she gave me, I think she must have lent her guitar to me or something like that. And it was like a before school breakfast club. And there was like 10 to 15 of us kids sat round a table, and we'd all just play something on the top string of the guitar. So it would be like the James Bond theme tune or something like that. And it was horrendous. And there were just two of us there, because it was mixed age groups. So it was like infants to juniors. And there were two of us who were a bit older, and we're just there like, yeah, we've done it. What now? And we're like, oh, you've done really well. Here you go. Play this one on the top string called Tomato Soup or something. And it was awful. And I stopped after that. I was like, yeah, I'm not playing this. This is stupid. So then I didn't play an instrument until high school. And it was like, obviously you have your terrible Casio keyboards, and everyone's just pressing the DJ button, like DJ. And that's all we were doing in like high school. And then it got to do GCSEs, and my music teacher went, do you want to do GCSE music? And I was like, I don't play an instrument. She's like, yeah, but we're really struggling to find people who want to do music, and you look like you can play the keyboard a bit. I was like, okay. So she made me have music lessons, and then that was awful because so I had piano lessons. My mum bought a piano. It was like, oh, it's your 14th birthday. Here, have a piano. Great, cool. But yeah, they were terrible lessons, and she just criticised the fact that my hands were too small to play piano with the whole time, and she was really old-fashioned. So yeah, again, didn't play anything for a while after that. Just scrape through GCSE music. So that
What
was
did you get? If you like, you don't have to actually say. But
what did I get in GCSE music?
Yeah, because I got a really bad one. I got an F.
Oh, okay, I did better than you.
Okay. I was, to be fair, and I don't want to sound like this is, but I kind of gave up on it halfway, like the whole school thing.
That sounds like all of my lessons.
So like
year 10, I was getting good like practice, and then like year 11 came, and I was just like, I give up.
No, I got a D. That was my worst thing that I got was
I got a D in
D.
history.
No, see, like, of most of my teachers, they were like, oh no, you don't want to do the artsy things. You want to do the serious things. Like my history teacher was trying to get me to do GCSE history, and then they were all like, oh no, stay away from the arts. No, do you want to do this and that? So I ended up doing things that I wasn't really interested in. And that's why I never did any art or anything at school either, because no, you don't do that. That's for the thickos. So it's just like, what do you do? Like, okay, all my interests are for thick people. Thanks. So yeah, I didn't do music then until I picked up the guitar again sometime after school and just started teaching myself, and then it kind of went from there. That's when I started getting into bands and stuff.
Would you like to play as a song, Meg?
Right, I'm going to not look at your faces. That's going to make things easier. Right, okay. My own reflection, dissociated and disconnected. Sometimes I wake up feeling hated and humiliated. I feel the darkness engulfing me for all to see. I am a prisoner, can't find the key. Save me. I'm a forbidden book, put me on the top shelf where nobody can reach me. I just pretend instead that none of it exists. I can't resist. You won't be missed. Can't stop the flashbacks now, must be some way somehow. Tell me the mirror lies, then I can be fictionalized. So many secrets I've told nobody, they think I'm crazy. If I share them with you, will you stay by me so I can fly free? I'm a forbidden book, put me on the top shelf where nobody can reach me. I just pretend instead that none of it exists. I can't resist. You won't be missed. Give me an invite, give me a reason to share the truth. My mind is open, my mouth stays shut, so much to lose. I'm a forbidden book, put me on the top shelf where nobody can reach me. I just pretend instead that none of it exists. I can't resist. You won't be missed. I'm a forbidden book, put me on the top shelf where nobody can reach me. I just pretend instead that none of it exists. I can't resist. You won't be missed. I had Dr. Pepper beforehand, and that was a terrible, terrible thing to do.
That was really well. That was really good. Well done. What was the name of the song?
That's a good question. I think I've settled on Forbidden Book.
Do you ever have do you ever have a song that has like 3 different titles and you just alternate between the 3, whatever it feels?
Yeah, there's a few like that where I've gone through and I've gone, oh, this would be really cool. I know it's like one line that's like mentioned in it, and like the chorus says this word over and over again, but that other word sounds cooler than the chorus word. And I keep doing that, and then like that one, I don't like the name because it's in the chorus.
I get like that. I'll often write a song and then go, right, I'm going to pick a completely different word that's nowhere near the song. So that, yeah.
I've got so many like that.
I've got a song where it's, if I'm talking about it, I'll call it what I've called it for about 5 years. But if I'm on the CD, it says a completely different title because I think.
Which song's that?
It's called "We'll Burn That Bridge When We Get to It," but I call it "I Don't Know" because that's what I call it. To the point where I was gonna just put it in brackets, like "We'll burn that bridge when we get to it," and then brackets "I don't know."
Oh, that's very Fall Out Boy MCR of you.
Yeah, right. So, what was the song about?
Well, see, my songs are kind of like, they've all got hidden meanings, and I write them for the people listening to them to make their own decision on what the song's about. So all my songs are something to do with like real life. None of it's like made up, but I kind of use them as like a therapy because I hate talking to people. And so, hi, I'm here and I hate talking to people.
Yeah.
But I do. So I kind of put my songs out there, never actually say what they're about, but let people deduct for themselves what the songs are about. So they make like their own sort of, they pick up their own bits from it and decide what the story's about. Because then it's my way of going, here you go, here's what I should have said, but I'm not going to.
I did a song recently where I made it so, like, I made words in it sound like it's about lockdown. Like, the entire song just sounds like it's about lockdown, and it's not. It's nothing to do with it. Well,
that's it. I had one where, do you know what week you've had, which has been like your worst week in lockdown yet?
Most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for some reason, week 5 was like the worst one for me. I think it's because it's been like, we've already had a month and now it's going into the next month. So I hated week 5. And that's when I had my lockdown lowdown, as I call it.
Mine was last week, I think. Where I didn't want to do anything. I spent a day in bed.
Oh, and you dyed your hair to make yourself feel better, right? I went through that stage, James. Back when I was your age, I had every different hair colour because you'd like, right, I'm going to change myself, so you dye your hair.
I did dye my hair blonde as well at the start of lockdown.
That's what I was like, week 5, and I was like, right, I need to say something, but what do I say? I need to talk to somebody, but I don't know what to say. So I wrote a song, and then it's like anonymous because the person who you might have said something to knows it's for them, possibly, but then you don't actually have to tell them, and they have to work things out for themselves. So I guess I kind of like giving people extra work.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you ever get worried that someone is going to come up to you and go, "Did you write a song about me?" Because I do.
I kind of hoping your question was just going to be, do you ever get worried?
I get worried.
Well, let me just, this is really weird now. I'm going to have to like quickly look to think, oh, is the one that like specifically someone might know is about them? No, I don't know that person anymore.
I've got a series of songs that are just about someone, like, I wrote a song the other day about someone who I knew about 10 years ago. So I really doubt that.
Recent one. I wrote one last week that was someone I knew about 7 years ago, and they're blocked on everything, so it's fine. I'll never hear that. It's like the teen angst still in there. Like, you're blocked. You're never going to hear that. But that one, what's that song? Oh, no, that's also got a bit about that person. No, it's fine. Yeah, cool.
Just really hates this one person.
No.
2 songs to say. But yeah, I don't know if you get it, but you start writing one song and then you've got like too much material for one song, so it kind of spills over to another song.
Mm.
And then you're like, oh, I've got that verse, so I'm going to have to make that into a whole new song.
See, I had that thing the other day, and I've just got rid of the second song because I felt like I was gabbing on too much about one thing.
Yeah, no, I do that a lot as well. I've got bits and bobs like flying around where I've gone, I'm going to write this really cool song. I saw this really cool documentary, and it's this man, and he just like, he packed everything up. He gave all his money away to charity and all his belongings, just went to live in the wild, but he wasn't prepared. And I was like, I wrote a sentence. What was it? Actually got the bit, and it is about him, but then it went off into a completely different song.
That's how all my, like, I'll write like the first few lines, and then as it goes on, I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't add up. No.
Just like, oh.
But it was like, he went because he was sick of like just 9 to 5 and everything. And so I put, sometimes I feel like I'm 6 feet under, buried under the weight of my problems, but even with the earth piled on top of me, you won't hold me down. Right, which was about him. And I was like, no, I'm going to use that in a new song with a completely different meaning, because that could have multiple meanings. So now I've got like half a song about this guy, and I've taken half of his story away.
What is the planning process like to put on the last 2 Comic-Cons, and looking back, what would you change?
Well, it's funny, isn't it? Because I feel like me and James in particular, we've gone, oh yeah, we're dead keen. Right, let's get this. Oh, we got all these plans. Let's write them all down. And then it's gone, James, there's a month to go and we haven't done anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the issue, is like we get like so excited initially, and then other things get in the way. And then it's like, it's other people as well. They never respond. When you just want a response from somebody and they never get back to you. And
then there's other people who you get in touch with the like month off, and they go, you should have got in touch with us earlier. And we go, well, we probably would have, but you would have ignored us.
Exactly.
Sorry, I've just got into a rant as well.
That was the shortest rant ever.
Oh, James. Yeah.
James the tyrant on his rant.
It is timing, because there isn't enough hours in the day. You don't realise with like a lot of these conventions and stuff, just how far ahead they're planning, and all their time is spent, all the day is spent doing that. I think that's where we kind of go like, we've got other things we need to do first before we get to that. So yeah, I think it's kind of spreading the workload between more people than just like a small group of people.
Yeah, definitely.
Bossing people around.
And I think the other thing is, I know we talked about this the day off the last Comic-Con. Like, expect sleepless nights.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know that one of the first things we talked about on the Comic-Con was, I didn't sleep last night. No, did I?
No, yeah. And it's like, yeah, I've been up. I've been painting myself since 4 a.m. Yeah. I just needed something to do. I've been green since 4 a.m.
I don't use a panic in last Comic-Con. Like, you didn't sleep the night, but I didn't sleep the night before because I went on a night out. So I was really hungover. Just sat at the door freezing, just chatting to John. I'm like, so cold.
Well, I mean, maybe we go about the Josh way next time.
Yeah, maybe we get blooded the night
Let's
before.
all get blooded in the studio. And then...
Oh, God. Should we do the lockdown the night before in the studio so we're there already and set up?
Definitely.
Don't let anybody listen to this.
No,
you need to sleep, you just go on the couch and just have a little kip on the couch.
Oh, yeah, the couch.
Where can people find you and the things that you do online?
They can find music and stuff is either on Instagram, which is Sharkbait Plays, or on YouTube, which is Meg De Mar, which is Meg DE space MAR. Because you'll notice everyone puts Demar together, but that's not how you spell it. It's just Facebook won't let me put a space in my name.
Instead.
Oh, it looks so no, it's not nice and neat then. Meg DE and then Mar, it's mirrored, it's symmetrical, and I'm a little bit OCD like that. And then there's Catshark Creations, which is, as it sounds, Catshark Creations on Facebook and Instagram for the jewelry and weird comic-y con sort of things that I make. And then also the Sharkbait Plays also got the costumes and the weird props and stuff and weapons that I make.
Thank you for doing this. It's been absolutely great.
It's all right.
Is that the outro now?
I think that's the outro. Do you know how many times I have to, like, I'm editing it and it says, thank you for doing this, it's been absolutely great. I'm like becoming self-conscious of when I do it now, like live.
Aww.
I need a proper sign-off. I know.
Well, I mean, I'm a bit sad that Josh hasn't done his outro.
Go on, Josh.
We should have an outro with James does the outro in it.
Yeah. What else to do? We'll best go down the pub.
I'm the co-host there, aren't I? So
I would say that we're co-hosts.
Nah, you're the host. I'm the...
Oh, it's like Batman and Robin. No.
It makes me feel really sad.
I mean, I don't want to be compared to Robin. Robin's a bit of a weak hero.
Robin!
I was going to say, he can probably hear you.
No, he can't. He's got a headset on like Josh right now. He's a bit of a lad downstairs doing his work. Like, mate, these zombies. Like,
That sounds like a fun work.
Yeah, he literally spends his day in and day out shooting zombies in the face.
That sounds fun. I keep playing Warzone, so I'm just turning into a zombie.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, even Robin can't play that.
I'm so bored, but there's nothing else to do.
I'm fucking rid of this podcast. I'm so bored right now.
It's all right.
When I'm not got a podcast on.
Game-wise, all I've done is play a hospital game since like
I keep seeing you. I mean, you put like 250 hours into it.
Right, Josh. It's not cool. Not cool. But what makes it even worse is they keep having pandemics in the hospital, and I get really stressed because I'm like, you guys aren't socially distancing, and I start screaming because
you switch.
I'm a switch because they're not socially distancing in the game, and there's a pandemic.
Do you remember the first couple of weeks of lockdown? This is. But do you remember when everyone started reviewing the film Pandemic?
No, James.
It was like, I'm sure it was like I think it was week 1, and everyone just started breaking down the film Pandemic on YouTube.
Weren't week 1 like also the start of like the dankest memes of the lockdown? I remember like week 4 or 5 when they were just like, aliens exist. That was fun.
God, yeah. That was a week, wasn't it? The aliens week.
When was When was birds not real? Was that before or after lockdown?
That was before lockdown. They're all government drones. That's why they put us on lockdown, so they can recharge the batteries.
Oh my days! Well, these are some really big batteries, aren't they?
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Right, this has been a thing that has like plagued my life. Literally, the baby pigeon question has plagued my life. I've been asking this for about 20 years now about the baby pigeons, and I've been trying to find a baby pigeon. But it all started because I make pigeon noises. That's just one of the animals that I can do a noise of. And I can talk to pigeons, and they will come down and talk to me.
Summons them on her arms, and she's like,
there was a pigeon hanging out years ago at my grandma's house, and I started cooing at it. It came down and walked into the kitchen and sat down with me. So since then, I've really had this like infinity with pigeons, and it's on my bucket list items is to meet a baby pigeon.
Surely it'd just be. I don't know. Surely it's just that they haven't asked, right?
Well, yeah, but why don't we see them? We see other baby birds. Where are they?
I'm looking out my window to see if I can see one.
I've been going under the bridge in Runcorn, and you see all the pigeons there, and you see lots of feathers, but you never see the babies. Well, this has gone weird, hasn't it?
Are we leaving this in? Because this is...
Yes, this is all... This is all... I'm not joking, this is all making...
You know, they'll come flocking.
just all start smashing into your window now. It's just like, wow.
You do know, though, that Jackie has a fear of birds.
Oh,
I didn't.
I didn't know that.
I'm like, they're alright. Stroked the parrot once.
I held an owl.
I used to own one. Cockatiels. One was called Tintin and the other one was called Cookie. And we used to put them... Well, we had them at separate times. My dad got Cookie. And then because it was female, apparently they make more noise. So we got rid of that one and got a male one. And didn't like that one either. But he put it on the fan on the ceiling fan. So it would spin around. But then they poop. And they like to sit on the ceiling fan and just spray poop around the house. So we got rid of that one as well.
I held an owl in the room of David Tennant once.
Is this the same time where you spent the whole day with David Tennant and wasn't allowed to talk to him?
Yeah. Yeah. It was like... It was... A couple of... Yeah, it was like a couple, I'd say about 10 feet away for the entire day. And I wasn't allowed to go up and say hello unless I wanted to pay 80 quid, which I didn't.
Oh, see, if I was you, I would have just hummed the Doctor Who theme tune behind him until he told you
I can guarantee I
him.
wouldn't be the only person who's like trying to get... It was like at a Comic-Con. So like...
They just offered him a chocky bar or something. Be like, hey, David, chocky bar.
It's a Freddo.
Just tripped over him accidentally. Sorry, David.
Dishing out for them Freddos. Extortionate.
I don't know.
Right, anyway, I'm going to end the show.
Yeah, okay then.
I'll see you all later.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.